The Myers Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI, has a total of 16 personality types. Some are relatively common, but others are rare to find. The INFJ personality is a unique personality type and is often called the unicorn of the MBTI. Like a unicorn, INFJs are extremely sensitive and rare, and they possess many unique traits. What makes an INFJ a unicorn? We are going to find out in this video, so make sure you watch till the end. But before we dive into it, please remember that we make these videos for free for your entertainment, and all we ask in return is that you click the like button and subscribe with the notification bell on. What is an INFJ personality? The INFJ personality is described as introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. The INFJs are called advocates or idealists because they seek to make their life meaningful. And for this, they are ready to do everything they can. Unlike most people who believe success is related to money or high status, INFJs know success is a feeling of being satisfied. It is a sense of accomplishment that doesn't necessarily need to be connected to the material world. Some of the most famous INFJs are Mahatma Gandhi, Eleanor Roosevelt, Emily Bronte, Jane Goodall, Carl Jung, and Fyodor Dostoevsky. Now let's look at the unicorn personality traits of the INFJs. All or nothing syndrome. Most of us like to live between the extremes, but the INFJs don't like to stay in the middle of the road as it makes them feel they are living a stagnant life. Either they will love with passion or not at all. They will go full-on healthy mode or lie all day on their bed eating junk food. It's always this or that situation for them, and they don't choose any third option. They don't know why they like to choose the extremes, but they just do it naturally. The INFJs like to experience both ends of life. They feel living in the center and trying to balance both ends makes life bland and uninspiring, so they skip the ups and downs and live on the edge. Often shifting from one extreme to another can be challenging because you don't always know if the path you are following is right or wrong. Are you one of those people who live on the edge of everything? Or do you like to have balance in your life? Tell us below. Believing in nothing but perfectionism. Everything we choose or have in our life has its flaws. We make mistakes while making business decisions or life decisions. But INFJs don't like to get something wrong. In all the areas of their life, they believe everything should be perfect, from the project they are working on to their romantic partner. When things don't work out the way they plan, they tend to move on, and that's why INFJs spend a lot of time wandering from one vision to another and from one relationship to the next. INFJs also blame themselves when things don't go as planned. And they question themselves. Was I the one doing business in the wrong way, or did I trust the wrong people? Their ultimate goal is to achieve perfection in everything. When they cannot do that, they move to the next idea, vision, or person to try to make it work perfectly. They cannot live with the flaws and idea of things not working out, even though they know things often go wrong. This leads them to disappointments and negativity. Rational feelers. Usually, we think that those who find logic and rational explanation for everything are not much into emotions and feelings. But the INFJs are different in this matter. They do believe everything can be explained using a logical explanation, and there is a lot to learn from the world around them. But their ability to be creative, intelligent, and smart doesn't deprive them of craving genuine human connection. INFJs love to know people and develop meaningful relationships with them. They are curious to know about other people's motives, passions, and desires, and they also want others to know them and see their real selves. INFJs are often looking for a level of intimacy that others don't usually share, but in all the relationships in their life, they prefer to be genuine and open, which can be exhausting at times because they believe in giving their best to others, and sometimes they don't get the same in return. They are very successful and innovative in their jobs, but they are also very good at their relationships. They don't isolate themselves from other humans just because they are introverts who base everything on calculations and rationals. Are you a logical thinker but also a warm human who loves the company of real people? Or do you like to stay alone and isolated? Passionate to help others. We all can agree that most people in today's world prefer to do things that benefit them. They neglect what impact their actions and words may have on others. Most people today are selfish, and finding a genuine act of kindness and warmth in this world is difficult. INFJs are those very few people who do their best to make sure that people around them are doing fine and are not facing any difficulty. They prefer the needs of their close ones over their own needs, and they take a stand when someone is doing something unjust and wrong to another person. They always help the people they are with, no matter how much struggle it takes. They are the sensitive kind, who put the needs and desires of others before them and give too much to others. Because they give too much, they often feel drained and exhausted because, unlike them, not all people have the ability to return kindness with warmth and love with passion. They also have a high sense of justice, and they often ask themselves why so much is wrong and unjust in the world. They give their best to do right by people, and most of the time, they end up getting hurt because others don't share their compassion and empathy. It takes a lot to be kind in this cruel world, and the INFJs try to be kind to everyone every day. Do you know someone like this? Feel free to add to the discussion below. Psychic and gullible. INFJs have a sixth sense. They show a lot of empathy towards people and have the ability to read and understand the feelings of others. Not only do they feel what others are feeling, but they can also tell when someone is not telling the truth. They have the skill to see through people's outward persona to the real person underneath. They can detect changes in the voice, tone, and body language of a person, making them appear psychic. But even though they are able to sense when someone is not telling the whole truth, they often see the good in people, and that's why they trust the wrong people sometimes. They see the best in others and can be fooled into believing someone is trustworthy when they are not. Do you trust people easily, or do you rarely trust anyone? True introverts. Unlike the other personality types, INFJs are true introverts. They only have a few people in their life, and they tend to be their true selves in front of them. For the people outside their circle, they seem like extroverts or ambiverts who like to talk and be around people, but only their close ones know they are genuine introverts. And while they love spending time with the very few people they have, they need time to recharge their battery and feel normal again. INFJs can be overwhelmed by too much human connection, even though they adore being around the people they love, but they run out of energy. They often go into isolation to gather their thoughts and emerge stronger and better, always looking for a purpose. One of the reasons why INFJs are different than most is that they carry a sense of being different from others. They have a strong desire to find their purpose in life, and that's why they don't always fit in with those around them. This doesn't mean that they don't enjoy social interactions, but it's just that they sometimes feel misunderstood or at odds with the world. Mostly INFJs make helping others their mission in life. They often use their strengths, including creativity, imagination, and sensitivity, to uplift others and spread compassion. People like them who are ready to speak up for what's right and aspire to fix society's deeper problems, hoping that unfairness and hardship can become things of the past, are very rare. In doing their best for others, they often sacrifice many things and can get stressed and depressed. Are you always looking out for the people, or are you self-centered? 1.5% of the population. INFJs are unicorns, and they only constitute 1.5% of the US population. People like them who are supportive, visionary, quiet, sheltered, and stand out as introverts are very difficult to find. They have a rebellious nature, and they are not afraid to stand up to the norms of society. They may not be much of a talker, but they can create masterpieces when it comes to writing. They have a lot of conversations and scenarios going on in their mind, and it's difficult for them to translate the voice in their head for other people. Genuine, creative, and caring people like INFJs are hard to find, and we need more of them in the world to make it a better place. Overall, the INFJ personality is great from almost every perspective. They are practical, but also know the value of human connection. They look out for the people around them and make sure they have enough knowledge and creativity to bring change. This was all about the unique INFJ personality. If you are an INFJ, tell us below what part of your personality makes you different than others. We'd love to hear from you. Also, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. You can keep watching our content by clicking the video on the screen. See you next time!